Rehabilitation Summit has been absolutely fantastic. It's really brought together everybody that represents rehabilitation across the country.
It's really important that we had a government representative here today to show the commitment that government has to developing neuro-rehabilitation and rehabilitation right across all of our regions here in Ireland.
Really enjoying the day today, finding it very informative. Obviously it's the first summit and we're learning a lot from it. And
you cannot underestimate the importance of a day like today that drives a social movement for change in rehabilitation.
We've learned a lot, and really just to learn how people are innovating on, rehabilitation in the healthcare sector.
It's evolving and it's changing.
I suppose the main thing I want to do really is to thank everybody who works in this field for their dedication, for their expertise, and to thank those who really bring to the fore the lived experience of patients. I think that's really the most important takeaway, is that the conversation always needs to include the lived experience.
What strikes you straight away is that despite coming from very different professions and perspectives, everyone who has come here today is working towards the very same goal: to improve outcomes, to close gaps in care, and to support people to recover and to live well.
And I suppose that's why it's so important that our system isn't just clinically superb, which it absolutely is, and that's thanks to our fantastic clinicians up and down the country, but that it's also compassionate, that it puts people first, and that's what this summit today is all about.
When I started in integrated care, there was a very small group of people who were passionate, and then it started to snowball and people got on board, and people understand and appreciate the need for space in which rehabilitation can be properly defined, and examples of what's happening shared with one another, so that that kind of good stuff that people don't get an opportunity to necessarily highlight can happen. So I think events like this, networking events that people can get together, is incredibly important.
Since we established the first level 2 neuro rehab beds, we've been monitoring our outcomes. We can tell you what we achieve, we can tell you how many patients get home, we can tell you how well they do when they get home. But until that's a standard across the entire country, we won't really know who's really providing the best care.
the focus on outcomes has been evident here today, and how the public and the private sector can collaborate to improve outcomes and marry ideas together that can improve, I suppose, the lives of people that are probably one of the most vulnerable groups that we can care for.
I'm more sure than ever that Technogen definitely have, whether it's a small or a large part in the rehab journey. So yeah, it's been really insightful and really enjoyable. No, we'll definitely be back next year.
We've heard from what the government and their approach to rehab were that we weren't really talking about in Ireland a decade ago, and now we're having like summits and national strategies that are expanding the focus each year. So that's really exciting, and it's an area where we see that we can add value and that we want to work collaboratively. So yeah, the summit has been really good so far.
I absolutely, definitely think we'll be back here next year. I think we've shown the interest, the level of interest, the amount of learning that can happen at an occasion like this, and the value of sharing everything that we do.